Have I been recording this whole time? Good day, good people. On a fine day in the year. Oh, Slumber. Of the Resolve, Toonlink Dave, Bravo Dave, Anomaly the Anomaly Cars, few know me as the man who... A good old man. Which is in theme for today's episode of the... Danganronpa Hunger Games, but first... It is the final fracture, believe it or not, before Brawl-O-Ween. And tonight, no, that's not true, in a week's time, the go-home episode of Fracture will feature a little bit of a rubber match. In a 3v3 dojo match, Team Arrow came out on top. Just recently, Rebellion Boss made Arrow tap out, tag teaming with Mew against LA Knight. Yeah. And now in the main event of Fracture, it will be Boss versus Arrow, 1v1, no distractions, high emotions. What will unfold? And that's just the two of them. What about the other pair of rivals? Well, we'll get to that in a second. Because also, we got a whole bunch of, it might be like rival night at Fracture. Because Sarah will be defending her tables championship against Hatsune Miku. Or Deity Miku. Well, probably the latter. But hey, who knows how it's gonna go down. Those two have a storied history and they're about to bust our rivalry back open. Sarah has not faced Miku since the deityification, I suppose. Those two go on, well, one-on-one for the tables title, and it happens in 1 week's time. More announcements to come this Sunday at Rebellion, more than likely. However, that's Rebellion. Brawl-O-Ween is right around the corner, and I said, rivals? For the first time, Mew, LA Knight, 1-on-1. Two bitter rivals will go toe-to-toe, and not just in any match. LA Knight wants to bury this feud, but it ain't no casket match because Mew wants to hurt her. You saw how Mew tried to take out LA Knight, tried to beat her so bad with Boss that she would have to potentially have a career-ending injury, that she wouldn't be able to walk out on her own, that she would have to be carried off to a local medical facility, to a hospital, and an ambulance. And so, they'll be going toe-to-toe in an ambulance match at Brawl-O-Ween. But speaking of ambulances, medical facilities being medically cleared, I will say it is official, that Marin is medically cleared. And she and Panette will be defending those tag team titles against Now and Reiko at Brawl-O-Ween. At every turn, it seems like the rock artists have had the number of the Racket of Song. Two musically themed teams? Who's gonna come on top? I'm excited to find out, to be honest. Is that all that we got? That's all we got for right now. But as you know, Brawl-O-Ween is right around the corner. We have a couple more weeks until Brawl-O-Ween, but we are quickly approaching this fantastic live event, so get excited for it, get ready for it. I know I'm ready for it, but y'all better get ready for the Hunger Games pick, because we got ourselves a show, don't we? So I've been playing around. Everyone's got this ZZZ perk, which is not anything to do with Zenless Zone Zero. Nah. This has something to do with sleeping. Welcome to the Slumber Games. Everyone's got the sleepy perk. They could fall asleep or be asleep at a moment's notice, but they can also lose that sleepy perk if they truly wake up. Will they be killing other tributes? Will they be killing other tributes, but it's all a dream? We'll see how this all plays out. It is mostly working now. It's a little bit broken, but I said, you know what? Let's just do it. So we got an all-star, and by an all-star cast, I mean we have all of the stars here. Like Makoto, Hina, Togami, Celeste, Chihiro, Hifumi, Junko, Taka, Kyoko, Leon, Mondo, Mukuro, Sakura, Freaking Sayaka, Toko, Hiro, Hajime, Akane, Fatogami, Chiaki, Fuyuhiko, Gundam, Crazy, Hyoko, Ibuki, Kazuichi, Mahiru, Mikan, Nagito, Nekamaru, Peko, Sonya, Teru, and Azuru, Shuichi, Himiko, Maki, Rantaro, Kaede, Ryoma, Karumi, Angie, Tenko, Kori, Mew, Gonta, Kokichi, Kaito, Samugi, and Kibo. And onward upward to see Ultra Super Girls, Komaru, Jack, Jotaro, Kotoko, Masaru, Monica, Nagisa, Haiji, Hiroko, Taichi, Yuta, Future Side Seas, Chisa, Daisaku, The Great Gozu, Juzo, Tengen, Kizakura, Munakata, Ruruka, Mitarai, Seiko, Izio, and Maya. And I need to go give everybody their titles real quick, so I'll be right back, actually. Okay, I mean, you know, just for fun, let's just... y'all are a little short on members, so we'll just add... Pilot, he is cute. Sometimes he's annoying, but he's scrappy. Yeah. He'll be the only one who's not asleep. That's my guy. Get us over here. Where are you at? There you are. Thank you. Pop us back over here. And... perfect. Okay. Why not? Make your picks first, second, third. In the comments. I gotta start asking you guys things again. I don't know what I want to ask. I wasn't prepared. I have to, like, think back. You know what? We did that 5 questions thing a ways back, and I said we'd do it again. Let's do it again today. Shall we? Yeah, let's do it. Here. It's time for 5 questions. You know the rules. As of last time, I'll ask you 5 questions, and I'll be answering them too. If you match any one of my answers, then you lose. I got a good chunk of y'all last time. Not a good chunk, but I got a chunk of y'all last time. Here. Let me not do it on the World Pancake Championship sheet. The page afterwards will do. Tell me... It's Halloween, so let's make it kind of spooky this time. Tell me your favorite Halloween chocolate candy. Or don't even tell me your favorite, give me a Halloween chocolate candy, you know, because you gotta... I'm not just gonna pick my favorite, pick one, just pick one. I'm gonna go for... this one. Alright, keeping with the spooky, give me a character who has died in a killing game. I'm gonna go for... give me... I'm gonna go for you. Okay, 3rd question. This is where I gotta start, like, narrowing down a little bit. It's autumn. I'll save that question for last. I still gotta give you guys 3 more questions? Okay, shoot. Tell me your favorite warm beverage, but keep it generic. Like, you know, you could say coffee, you could say tea, you could say cocoa. Tell me your favorite warm beverage. No, just give me a warm beverage. Not your favorite. What am I gonna say? We'll say that. Give me a Danganronpa character, and I'll give you a slow scroll real quick. And you know, we'll even zoom in quite a bit too. Give me a Danganronpa character who's got red eyes. I'm not gonna say a word, I already know who I'm gonna pick. But I'm gonna scroll down here. You don't have many options. This is where we're probably gonna trip up a couple of people. Red eyes or eyes, so you can pick Gundam if you want to. But did I pick Gundam? Who knows? Who's it gonna be? We want red eyes. Look, there's Maki. Could it be her? You can pick her if you want to. We want red eyes out here. Who you got with the red eyes? Eyes or eye. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. I'm interested to see who's gonna pick what. I'm not gonna say anything until after these selections are done. We'll count Gozu as red eyes. We'll count Gozu as red eyes. I think that's red eyes. But did I actually have Gozu? I'm trying to trip you out. That would be me. Alright. That's a nice little list. If you got somebody else in mind, go and pick them. But I'm gonna pick... And the last question. I had a decent last question, but this would also be something that's like minimal. Give me something in the spirit of autumn and pumpkins and Halloween. Give me something that you make. I don't know if I like that. I want something a little bit more broad, though. Fifth question, let me think about it. Give me a classic Halloween monster. In the spirit of Halloween, yeah, give me a classic Halloween monster. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Your vampires, your Frankensteins, your werewolves, your ghosts, your skeletons, I guess. Any of those. Give me a classic Halloween monster. I've made my selection. I think I'm gonna get quite a few of you. Especially with that, with two of those questions. I think two of them I got you. That being said, let's go and start the episode, because we've been goofing a little bit. Hope I get some of y'all. We'll check it next time. But I will be replying as the episode goes on saying, I got you. Or, you're clear. But I'll do that like 2 days after. Here. We can actually start. You have hopefully made your picks in the comments while you were doing that. I've got Nagito for first, give me Hajime for second, and I think it's going to be Danganronpa 2 sweep, give me Ibuki for third. Remember, top two go on to that premiere. Let's start this bad boy. It's round one, and the horns, they doth sound, and as the horn bearers do sound those horns, they sound them quite splendiferously. Kind of like this. Thank you, horn bearers. How delightful you have been. As we proceed, Kurumi sits up like the Undertaker. Dong. Monica puts Chisa's hand in a glass of water. Chisa wakes up, drinks the water, and goes back to sleep. Well, alright. Gundam, puts a death collar on Kurumi while she's asleep. Togami's in his sleep apparently is made plushes of Shuichi without his permission. Shuichi's so mad, but before he has a chance to react, they sell like hotcakes. Kibo is snoring obnoxiously. Toko knocks out Pilot, who was already asleep, in a fist. Actually, Pilot's awake. Take that back. Puts a death collar on him. Izuoi puts Ruka's hand in a glass of water. That's hilarious that you two are doing that. She continues sleeping. The Nekomara rather, in his sleep, gets mauled by wild animals. Tengen is sleeping, oversleeping badly. Hina wanders off in her sleep. She's sleepwalking. Celeste ends Tengen asleep and rolls him right off of a cliff, saying, well, there you go. Rantaro sits up like the Undertaker and wakes up. Mukuro creates a marketable plush for Celeste without her permission. Celeste thinks that she's so mad, but they sell like hotcakes and now she's rich, so now she's so glad. Mondo puts a death collar on Rantaro while he's asleep. I don't know if Celeste would actually be mad about this. I think she would be more like, hey, let's make bank. Mondo puts a death collar on Rantaro while he's asleep. Himiko puts Great Gozu's hand in a glass of water. Gozu wets the tent. Man's had an accident. Tinko finds Thursdavy's left shoe. Chisa wakes up and says 5 more minutes, mommy, before falling back to sleep. Nagisa creates a marketable blush of Hifumi. They're both rich now. Chiaki puts Nagisa's hand in a glass of water. He also wets the tent. Fatsugami finally wakes up. Freaking Sayaka finds Thursdavy's left shoe. Kazui, she trips and falls. He was sleepwalking, breaks his neck. Sumugi knocks out Fatsugami in a fist fight, puts a death collar on him. Mikan finds Munakata and rolls him off a cliff. In his sleep, Kaito wanders off and gets lost in every scene again. Here's the thing. Is that real lost? Or will he find his way back? Makoto is snoring obnoxiously. Masaru creates marketable plushes of Ibuki. Everybody's getting rich today. Or this event, for some reason, transcends sleepiness. Genocide Jack puts Chiaki's hand in a glass of water. She continues sleeping. Hey, you ain't waking her up. Hifumi hears their alarm clock and wakes up. He's awake. Haji eats something he shouldn't have, dies of horrible stomach pains. He's sleep eating. Maki is oversleeping badly. Daisaku puts his death collar on Hifumi. He just woke up. Leon creates multiple blushes of Rantaro. Well, he's so mad, but they're both... so many people are going rich. And you know what? I'm gonna have to find out why people keep getting rich in their sleep, but you know what? I wish I could get rich in my sleep. Teruto finds Thursdavy's left shoe, not mine. Definitely not mine. Mitrai finds Shiro asleep and sets their camp on fire. Wow, arson! Kokichi kind of winds off and gets lost in every scene again. Ibuki puts some Muzan in a glass of water, continues sleeping. Maya finally wakes up. Akane is still sleeping. Ryoma creates marketable plushies, and now he and Gozu are rich. Seiko finds Hajime asleep, covers him in honey, and waits for the bears to finish the job. Not the bears. We need the batteries, not the bears. Gonta knocks out Maya in a fist fight, death collar on her. Kotoko puts Ruka's hand in a glass of water. Ruka wets the tent. Now here we go. No, Pilot, no! These are dark days. Pilot, Rantaro, Maya, Fat Togami, Kurumi, and Hifumi are all forced to play the majority game. Fat Togami received the most votes, but unfortunately was the keymaster, so everyone suffered a gruesome demise. I'm sorry, buddy. I love you. We will continue. Nagito's still asleep. Komaru and Himiko, they're rich. Korei finds Kyoko asleep, covers her in honey, waits for the bears to finish the job. Rantaro wanders off. Angie sits up like the Undertaker and then goes back to sleep, and Ruruka puts a death collar on her. Shuichi puts Izuo's hand in a glass of water. He wets the tent. Juzo wakes up saying 5 more minutes, mommy. Crazy Yoko finds Thursdavy's left shoe. Hiroko creates marketable plushes of Maki. Everyone's gonna be rich by the end of this game because I don't know how this transcends out status. I have no idea. Zuru finds Monica asleep, covers her in honey. Bears finish the job. She is gone. Junko puts Tinko's hand in a glass of water. She wets the tent. Miu is kind of wanders off and gets lost in every scene again. Sakura sits up like the Undertaker. Wakes up. Fuiko knocks Sakura out in a fist fight. Well, I'll be. Kaede is oversleeping badly. Taichi creates more. Taichi and Toko are now rich. Great Gozu puts Sonya's hand in a glass of water. She wakes up, drinks the water, goes back to sleep. Kisagura finds Togami asleep and sets his camp on fire. Sonya then wakes up saying, I was so parched. Mahiru says 5 more minutes, mommy. Taka knocks out Sonya in a fist fight. Death collars on her. Pekko creates marketable bunches of Juzo without his permission. He's so mad, but before he has a chance to react, they're rich. Yuta puts Ibuki's hand in a glass of water, she wets the tent. I don't think that's what she meant by slippery when wet, and Hiro finds Izuyoi asleep, sets his camp on fire. We are down 22, I don't know about you, but 51 remain after this Clear Day Lune 4. Nekamaru, Hina, Tengen, Kazuichi, Munakata, Kaito, Haiji, Chihiro, Kokichi, Hajime, Pilot, Rantaro, Maya, Fat Togami, Karumi, Hifumi, Kyoko, Jotaro, Monica, Mew, Togami, Izuyoi. So many people are rich right now. We'll see who's rich at the end of the game. If I were a rich man, diddle-leedle-leedle-leedle-leedle-leedle-leedle. I would do all sorts of rich things, I suppose. Next round sees, though, many rich things are happening, like Shuichi also waking up like the Undertaker. Samugi stays asleep. Juzo puts a death collar on Shuichi. I was gonna say he was asleep, but I suppose he is not anymore. Nagito creates multiple punches of Crazy Oko without his permission. They're both rich. Kori puts Izuru's hand in a glass of water. He wets the tent. Kotoko eats something he shouldn't have and dies of horrible stomach pains. Jack sits up like the Undertaker, wakes up, and then has a death collar on her. There's like, when people wake up, they immediately get these death collars. That's, maybe I shouldn't wake up. Masu finds Thursday Davy's left shoe. Seiko and Mondo, finds Mondo asleep, covers him honey, waits for the bears to finish the job. Kibo wakes up and says 5 more minutes before falling back asleep. Chiaki kind of wanders off and gets lost, never seen again. I have a feeling that the majority of these are the potential to come back events. So we might have a very crazy ending of this game. We'll see. Gozu puts Taichi's hand in a glass of water. He wets the tent. Sayaka and Taka are rich. Teru wakes up and once again death collar immediately on him. It's real, you guys. They wake up, they go back to sleep, and someone's just like, death collar for you. Leon is snoring obnoxiously. Taichi puts Toko's hand in a glass of water. What's the tent? Kaide wanders off and gets lost, never seen again. Toko is snoring obnoxiously. Peko finds Thursday's left shoe. Maru finally wakes up. Yuta puts Mukuro's hand in a glass of water. She wakes up, drinks it, and goes back to sleep. Makoto finds Nagito asleep, drenches him in honey, waits for the bears to finish the job. Gonta and Juzo are rich. Hiro wakes up and says, 5 more minutes, mommy. His mommy is a mommy. Let's be. No, I'm doubling down. It's true. It's true. Sonya fights for whatever she believes in. Ibuki sets up like the Undertaker and wakes up. Kizakura puts Crazy Oko's hand in a glass of water. What's this in? She actually didn't get a death collar. Good for her. Izuru finds Hiroko and rolls her off of a cliff. We were just talking about mommy. Akane and Sonya are rich. Ruka, 5 more minutes. Fuyuhiko makes Taichi continue sleeping, even though the water is covering his hand. Gundam, rather, finds Thursday's left shoe. Mukuro creates multiple brushes of Yuta without his permission. They are both rich. Angie has found a table. Somebody might go through it. Crazy Oko and Masaru are asleep. Or rather, Crazy Oko finds Masaru asleep, sets his camp on fire. Masaru is forever asleep now. Mikan hears her alarm clock. She wakes up. Maki's still asleep. Tinko puts Fuyuko's hand in a glass of water. He wets the tent. The blue hairs are rich, and now they're both rich. Nagisa, Sayaka might be double rich now. Actually, Nagisa is oversleeping badly. Daisaku knocks out Mikan in a fist fight, puts a death collar on her. Celeste finds Akane asleep and sets her camp on fire. Himiko puts a death collar on Ibuki while she's asleep. Yep, it was a delayed reaction. There's that death collar for you, Ibuki. Kamaru wakes up after hearing her alarm clock. Mitarai puts Gundam's hand in a glass of water. Gundam wakes up, drinks it, goes back to sleep, and Sakura found a skateboard. Time to do some sick moves. A lesser round this time, but people are starting to wake up, which means we'll see what happens after this Clear Day Lune 4. Kotoko, Mondo, Chiaki, Kaede, Nagito, Hiroko, Masaru, Akane. 43 remain in this game. Am I going insane? You can't go insane if you never had sanity to begin with. Wise words. We go to the next round. And people start to not have a good time. As Kizakura, Thursday, you stop leaving your left shoes all over the place. Kori gets cocky and ends up dying from a stupid mistake. Sakura thinks about what she did to end up here. They're both rich. Gonta dies of horrible stomach pains. Junko's oversleeping badly. Ibuki can't stop fawning over Mikon. That's Band-Aid love right there. Oh, that's the slippery when what she was talking about. Finds Gozu asleep and sets his camp on fire. Not his campfire on fire. That would have been a delight. Tinko puts Juzo-san in a glass of water, continues sleeping. Mikon hates the comments. The way the comments have been treating her, she turns heel. That seems about right. Freaking Sai creates marketable plushies for Ruka without her permission. Ruka's so mad before they have a chance to react. The plushies sell like hotcakes, they're both rich. Freaking Sayaka is turning into like investment banker Sayaka out here. She's done this a couple times now. Teru attacks Leon and Junko from behind, slaughtering them both. Sonya is surrounded by villains, but manages to turn the table and defeat them all. I wouldn't call any of these villains. Two of them are honored knights, and Ibuki slippery when wet. Chisa hears their alarm clock and wakes up. Peko gets mauled by wild animals. Crazy Yoko knocks out Chisa in a fist fight, rather. Deathcaller on her. Juzo wakes up again and says, 5 more minutes, mommy. Give me 5 more minutes. Maki puts Himiko's hand in a glass of water. Himiko wakes up, drinks the water, goes back to sleep. Mahiru found a table. Hopefully nobody goes through it. Ryoma finds Fuyiko asleep, covers him in honey, waits for the bears to finish the job. The bears. Ruka is oversleeping badly. Tinko and Mukuro are now both rich. Genocide Jack found a hat rack. So many hats, too many hats. Seiko finally wakes up, so everyone's in danger. Mitarai puts Kizahikura's hand in a glass of water, continues sleeping. Kibo finds Thursday's left shoe. Gyuto puts a death collar on Seiko while she's asleep. Shuichi accepts the shower. Shuichi gains the power of Persona, first Persona of the game. Now he's awoken, and then continued to awake again to his power of Persona. Mukuro finds Taichi asleep, sets his camp on fire. Himiko's still asleep. Wonder who's gonna be the last person to wake up who's alive. I hope someone wins the game while asleep. Nagisa puts Toko's hand in a glass of water. She wakes up, drinks, and goes back to sleep. Angie sets up a table for grabbing Shuichi in a headlock, suplexes Shuichi right to that table. Makoto gets mauled by wild animals. Celeste creates marketable plushies of Nagisa without his permission. Nagisa's so mad, but before he has a chance to react, the plushies sell like hotcakes. They're both rich. Daisaku's oversleeping badly. Gundam finally wakes up. My guy. Taka and Maki finds Maki asleep, rather, sets a campfire on fire. Samuki puts Toko's hand in a glass of water. She's done this twice. She's going, I'm so hydrated. And Hiro puts a death collar on Gundam while he's asleep. Well, this isn't when he's actually asleep. I was gonna be like, Gundam woke up, but I guess we could now turn this into a if they are asleep event. I will see how it goes. 29 competitors remain after this. Claire de Lune 4. Kori, Gonta, Great Gozu, Leon, Junko, Sakura, Ibuki, Komaru, Peko, Fuyuhiko, Taichi, Shuichi, Makoto, Tag Team Champion Makoto, and Kakimaki, or as I like to call her, way back Maki. 29 remain, just over a standard size game. Who will wake up from these slumber games? As we proceed, we'll find out though. Next round shows us nobody else has woken up yet, but someone is about to, as Daisaku and Kibo are now rich. Taka wakes up and says 5 more minutes, mommy, before falling back to sleep. Ruka puts Kibo's hand in a glass of water. He should short circuit and perish, but you know what? He just drinks it and goes back to sleep. That seems dangerous for a robot. Azuru hears his alarm clock and wakes up. Angie attacks Kizakura in front of Mitarai. Mitarai rushes up, but there's nothing he can do. He dies in his arms. Kibo finds Yuta asleep, covers him in honey, waits for the bears to finish the job, and that they do. Chisa's only leaving out for herself. Mukuro puts a death collar on Azuru while he is asleep. Tsumugi creates marketable blush of Daisaku while, without his permission, Nagisa is still asleep. Celeste puts Kibo's hand in a glass of water. Kibo continues to sleep. Ryoma hears the alarm clock, wakes up. The Kang is awake. Teru wants it to be over already, but it ain't over yet, but a majority vote is in place as Mikon, Seiko, Genocide Jack, Chisa, and Gundam, and Angie are all forced to play the majority game. Gundam received the most votes, but unfortunately was the sacrifice, so everyone else perishes aside for one player of Gundam's choosing. He doesn't choose Mikon, who's on his team. He doesn't choose Genocide Jack. He don't choose Chisa, and he sure don't choose Angie. He goes for Seiko. that is all she wrote for several people, but it's a clear loom for them later. For right now, we go on. As Seiko reminisces about Maya stops quietly, Mahiru found a yeet ball, first yeet ball of the episode. I guess everyone was asleep. Freaking Sayaka finds Nagisa asleep and rolls him off of a cliff. Tinko finds Thursday's left shoe. Hiro gets well lost and wanders off, never to be seen again. Himiko and Mitarai are rich. Juzo says 5 more. Juzo! He's done this like 5 times, man. He's like, huh? Give me 5 more minutes. Respect, Juzo. Don't forget the mommy, though. Toko puts freaking Sayaka's hand in a glass of water. She wakes up, drinks the water, goes back to sleep. Gundam moves around uselessly. Mitarai creates marks with blushes of Crazy Yoko without her permission. They're both rich. Crazy Yoko knocks Ryoma in a fist fight. She's like, I'm rich now! Wham! The king's down. Sonya finds Tsumugi and rolls her off of a cliff as she's asleep. We are down another 9, our final 20, 10 more into your saving grace picks. This has sure been an episode. I expect a lot of lost souls to come back, but we'll see if that happens after this Clear Day Lune 4. Kizakura, Yuta, Mikan, Genocide Jack, Chisa, Angie, Nagisa, Hiro, Tsumugi. We got 20 people left. So we gonna go on. It is what it is. Preseason rolls on as the next round sees, ooh, we finally got some ghost powers, and Mahiru immediately runs her yeet ball back. So many things are happening and Mukuro's still asleep. Seiko walks into a very strange machine, pushes a button, her molecules got all rearranged. Seiko's now got ghost powers. Taka sits up like the Undertaker and wakes up. He's the Undertaker. Celeste puts Toko's hand in a glass of water. She's still asleep. She says, I'll sleep forever, apparently. Toko then wanders off and gets lost, never be seen again. Mahiru runs her yeet ball back for a big touchdown. Himiko puts a death cloud on Taka while he's asleep. Kibo and Ryoma. Rich Ruka finds Kibo asleep, rolls him off of a cliff. Maya decomposes silently. Sonya puts Celeste's hand in a glass of water, drinks the water. She does, goes back to sleep. Ryoma finds us all below his concern. Mitarai and Ruka are now both filthy rich. Juzo gets cocky and ends up dying from a stupid mistake. Gundam starts sobbing uncontrollably, and I think I know why now, because he picked up the sacrifice card, and that is shown in this majority vote. As Teru, Taka, Azuru, Seiko, Gundam, and Ryoma are all forced to play the majority game. Taka received the most votes and was executed, as well as the sacrifice. Gundam Tanaka, Supreme Overlord of Ice. Excellent. Shall we? I mean, we probably could have played that song out because we're very close to the end. Daisaku is oversleeping still. Freaking Sayaka finds Tinko, who is still asleep, rolls her off of a cliff. Izuru finds Moon Shoes. Moon Shoes, we're not liable for that. And Crazy Yoko hears their alarm clock, actually wakes up saying, the drowsiness is out of my soul. The drowsiness out of my soul. I am Crazy Yoko. We are down another 5. I'm sorry, another 6 this time, actually. From 20 down to 14, almost time for your saving grace picks. What else will unfold? We still have a lot of people with death collars after this Clear Day Lune 4. Toko, Kibo, Juzo, Taka, Gundam, Tinko. We're almost 60 down. In this pretty large game, these Slumber Games. Shall we? Alright, let's do it. The 14 left. Let's get to your saving grace picks. Let's see who's still asleep once we get there. After this next round, we see Seiko possessing Crazy Yoko regular size, walks her right off of a cliff. Freaking Sayaka put Himiko's hand in a glass of water. Himiko wakes up, drinks that water, says, I'm still asleep. I need my beauty sleep. Crazy Yoko is writhing with maggots. Himiko wakes up and says, 5 more minutes, mommy, before falling back asleep. Ryoma has got a Komodo dragon. Hate that. Celeste finds Thursday's left shoe. He's got so many left shoes out here. Ruka, Chris Markle blushes of Ruko and Mukuro are both rich. I think they might have done this together before, actually. Archon Secret Ritual and Azuru grant him an Electrovision. Mukuro puts Ruka's hand in a glass of water. Y'all were just business partners. Ruka drinks up and says, cheers, business partner, goes back to sleep. Mahiru, hissing the heels, running wild and turns face. Daisaku says 5 more minutes, mommy. Mahiru and Mitarai are now rich. Teru tries to rip the death collar off of his that didn't do any damage. And Sonya puts Ruka's hand in a glass of water. She was like, more water? Delightful. Nom, 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 nom. Delicioso. We lost just one. Crazy Yoko, this one's for you. Crazy Hiyoko. We still got 13. People are still knocked out. We'll see how that plays out when we all come to the end. I think we may have had a ghost round. Well, let's see how it all plays out. Gundam's decomposing. So he's back as a zombie, so we definitely had a ghost round. Teru finds a waffle. Pilot is also a zombie. No, Pilot's back as a ghost. With his incorporeal body. Yo, when I turned that way, he really did look at me like, you're a fool. He didn't bow his head, but he sure turned his head like, I did it, with a silly smile. Daisaku knocks out Himiko in a fistfight, death call on her. Mahiru finds a little bikini, puts it on. Azuru feels like Teru is slowing him down, probably for the best murder Teru. Celeste is snoring obnoxiously. Seiko finds a fishing rod, now she can catch all the fish. Himiko wants some things once and for all with Seiko. Seiko bites the dust. And Mitarai and Freaking Saika finds Freaking Saika, who's still asleep, rolls her off of the cliff. We are now down to 6. We had one heck of a ghost round, and after this, Claire de saddest of all moments of Claire de Lune's 4. Teru, Seiko, and Freaking Saika. Let's see just how messy our list of competitors who remain are. It's your saving grace picks. I feel like we're gonna see a whole lot of Rich. We don't actually see that much Rich. We have Himiko, who is alive. She's not asleep, so good for her. She's alive and she's not asleep. That's awesome for her. We go on and we see she is the last remaining person from Danganronpa V3. Danganronpa 1 still has Celeste. She is alive, but she is still asleep. Keep that in mind for her. We scroll down, and she is the last remaining soul from Danganronpa 1. Ultra Spare Girls is out completely, but they got a cute little ghost name Pilot, apparently. Future Side still has Daisaku, who's rich and asleep. Still sleeping. Will he win the Slumber Games asleep? We have Mika Mitarai, who's sleepy and rich. Can he do it? They are a duo there, and we move on to Danganronpa 2, who's got a Gundam zombie. Mahiru, who's rich, a face, and awake. She's got a bikini and a table, so keep that in mind. Ooh, you with a bikini? Oh boy. Oh yikes. If you know, you know. She didn't do anything with it, but I mean, like, you know what? She's kind of, I can't call her the cause either, but, you know, she was the motivation. And lastly, Azuru, who is alive, has moon shoes and electrovision, geared out and awake. Those are the top 6. Who do you got? Make your picks first, second, and third. I'll make mine too. For first, I have to believe in Pilot to possess somebody. I'd be a bad owner if I didn't, so I gotta believe in him. For second, I'm gonna take Celeste because I mean, like, squad. Let's do it. And for third, I'm gonna take Himiko, because she's asleep too, I think. No, she might be awake, but I'm still gonna pick her. Those are my top 3. Pilot, best of luck to you. Don't get your ghostly essence snatched or something. Those are my top 3. We got 6 remaining, and they all stand tall, with the same heart, determination, perhaps even the same fate as that of a samurai woman. 6 competitors. A couple sleepy folks still left. Let's see how it plays out. We also have a zombie and we have a ghost, and that sees Pilot taking out one of my picks through ghastly means. Izuru set on a trap. Mitarai finds Thursday V's left shoe. Daisaku's market flushes Azuru without his permission. Azuru's so mad, but before they have a chance to react, they sell like hotcakes. They're both rich. Mahiru gets caught in one of Azuru's traps. She begs to be freed. She hopes to be freed as she ain't free. Gundam's dangling his withered arms around and fiddling with him. Celeste puts Mitarai's hand in a glass of water. He's still asleep, and he continues sleeping, and she's back as a ghost already. I mean, we could play a Claire de Lune for her. I mean, a terrible turnabout. Like, well, here, that's for you, Himiko. But like, you're still really kind of in the game, to be honest. You're back to life. Huh? As a ghost, will you possess somebody is the real question. Next round sees Pilot possesses Taka. Pilot. A lot of people are believing in you now. Taka, a lot of people believing in you now. Ryoma's back as a ghost. Mahiru cuts herself pretty badly in the trap. She's now bleeding out. Himiko misses me out of dinner. Celeste sets up like the Undertaker. She finally woke up. Mitsurai puts a death collar on Celeste while she's asleep. Gundam's decomposing. Azuru won't die like the others. Celeste and talking into argument over who should be in charge, and Daisaku is snoring obnoxiously. Pilot's possessing a body, so no Claire de Lune for him. We're alive at 6 now, so it's technically a samurai woman again. But we're gonna keep going. Because Daisaku and Taka are now rich. Ryoma plays around with this incorporeal body, dangling his withered rims around. Gundam is fiddling with him. Celeste finds a boom box, time to play some sick beats. That is dangerous in these final few. Mahiru is trapped and slowly bleeding out. The pile of flesh that used to be Crazy Yoko is writhing with maggots before it rises again. As Himiko rises with it. However, Mitsurai and Celeste surround Azuru in the middle of a pond. With the power of Electro, he electrocutes the both of them. That is 3 people gone, one of them possessing somebody, so it is a Claire de Lune, actually this time, 4. I'm sorry, a terrible turnabout actually this time, 4. Mitsurai, Celeste, Himiko. Well, I mean, we gotta keep going, but I guess it is actually a final 5 now, and I think it is Taka. It is Taka possessed by Pilot. It is Himiko possessing Crazy Yoko. It is Azuru. It is a trapped out Mahiru. And it is Celeste. And those are your final 5. We do still have another couple of ghosts in play. We have a ghost and a zombie and a crisis. A fate between them all. There is a very unpredictable final few that we have in this game. And keep in mind, a lot of people were still lost, so they just might show up again. Will they? Unknown. As Crazy Yoko accepts her shadow as Crazy Yoko, I need to turn off an alarm that's about to go off, actually. There we go. Crazy Yoko accepts her shadow as Crazy Yoko gains the power of Persona. Ryoma kills Taka through ghastly means. No! Gundam continues to ride as he continues to move. Komaru's back as a ghost. Azuru shakes Daisaku's hand, but it was a prank. He's lightly shocked. He might wake up, who knows? Daisaku and Mahiru are rich, and now she's still bleeding out. Taka, who was possessed by Pilot, this one is definitely for you. Taka. But we go on. This game's not over, and I feel like it's not going to be even close to over, because I think we are going to have a lot of shenanigans next round sees. Maybe it will be close to over, because some things are happening. Look at this! Azuru uses the power of Electro on the dead body of his ally, Mikan. It restarts her heart. This rebel heart. Mahiru dies from the blood loss caused by the trap that she was stuck in. Komaru misses out of dinner. Mikan, who's bringing Azuru for a hug, seemingly thanking him before saying, "You mean nothing to me." Mikan then slams Azuru to the ground and walks off alone. Wow. And Crazy Yoko summons her persona, uses Garu's sudden gust of wind, dazes Azuru. Look at this! All of his teammates are wild. Absolutely wild. Daisaku puts a death collar on Crazy Yoko while she's asleep, and Gundam's body has completely rotted away, no longer moving. He is gone. Mikan's back. And Mahiru's gone. After this, terrible turnabout for Mahiru, Gundam. Well, what can you say? What can you say? What can you do? I'll tell you what you can say and what you will do when the boogeyman comes for you, or something of that nature. Hey, we will be going on. We will be continuing, because there's still a crisis of fate. We still have 4 competitors left. This time it's Daisaku, Crazy Hyoko, Azuru, and Mikan. Yeah, that's our final 4. Let's see how it all plays out this time, though. As Rumo's found the corpse of Seiko, now she's back to life again. Good for Seiko. Ryoma the Kang looks to get a victory here through that means. Komaru kills Mikan through ghastly means. Well, Mikan, short-lived new life. Daisaku and Seiko are now rich. Crazy control with a cry laugh or a terror hair out. Seiko cleans up Shuichi's rotten corpse, and Fatogami also back as a ghost. We're still at 4. This 4, it is cursed after this terrible turnabout 4. Ryoma, Mikon. And we're gonna keep going, because we are just having like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Ghost. So next round sees Fatogami misses bad dinner. Seiko casts out a rod and pulls out a tank, which is terrifying but good for her. Darkness swirls around Maya, reanimating her corpse. Maya's back as a ghost. Mikon is putrefying peacefully. Komaru plays around with her incorporeal body. Azuru creates marked plushies of Seiko without her permission. Seiko's so mad, but before she has a chance to react, the plushies sell like hotcakes. They're both rich. And then Crazy Yoko takes that tank as Daisaku wanders off and gets lost, never to be seen again. We are down to actually 3 this time after this terrible turnabout 4. Daisaku. How long y'all think we're gonna stay at 3? Do you think we're gonna go over 3 or under 3 at this point? Because I feel like we're gonna have some true shenanigans. Let's see if we get some true shenanigans in the next round, and next round sees. Oh, it's definitely a ghost round. Because Maya kills Crazy Yoko through ghastly means. Komaru has found the corpse of Celeste and now possesses it. Fatogami must be out of dinner. Celeste draws his demon summoning circle on the ground, you know, for fun. Azuru comes back to his senses, and Seiko refills her mop bucket in the river. We might not have actually had too much happen in between episodes, or in between the ghost round. Maya's back. But she was a ghost, and she killed. No, I think we're pretty much where we are, because Komaru was already a ghost. Fatogami's here as a ghost. He just came back as a ghost then. Azuru was already here, and Seiko was already being possessed by King Ryoma. Okay, so we're at 3, and not much has changed. But we do now have Celeste in play after this terrible turnabout 4. Crazy Hyoko. Komaru, who's possessing somebody, so you know, not really. It's still a crisis of fate in this game that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. Oh, never mind, it's over. And I just started singing and immediately stopped because I kept on singing if this game was going not, because it's over now. Hit this. So who's it gonna be? It's Azuru. And here's how it went down. Azuru can't wait to kill again. Maya plays around with her incorporeal body, but Seiko's body cannot handle the ectoplasm coursing through it, and she dies with the Kang. But you know who was possessing good old Celeste? Komaru. So Fatogami takes out Celeste through ghastly means. That gets her 2nd place, and that means Komaru will be taking that spot with her. But that don't mean a thing for today. Today means 1st place stands one man who's been doing a whole lot this episode, to be honest. He was wide awake. And being wide awake pays dividends after this terrible turnabout 4. Seiko, Celeste. I mean, what can I say? What can I do except announce the true winner? It's not that music, it's this one. Representing Danganronpa 2, you can't pull the wool over his eyes. He's not a dream weaver, he's living the dream today. The winner of the Slumber Games, always awake to the truth. Eyes clouded no more, Azuru stands tall and takes the win. That's all she wrote. Going on to the premiere now, we have Azuru with Komaru and Celeste. Komaru, the one possessing Celestia. Today, top 2 go on to the premiere, but this time it's top 3 because a ghost is in that mix. We had Azuru, followed by Sonya in terms of our top KOers. Azuru with 4. Not a lot of KOs this game. Asteritera had 2, Angie had 2, Maya had 1, Seiko. There were a lot of majority vote kills, and a lot of just random extra kills. A lot of people didn't have nothing. That being said, that's our game. It was mostly, you know, pretty peaceful because people were just asleep. And you know what? Maybe that's what I'm about to do right now. I'm gonna go take a nap. Keep in mind this coming Sunday is Rebellion. This coming Saturday, tomorrow, is more Trails up there somewhere in the sky. And we actually have the ending of our first route in Fire Emblem Three Hopes on Monday. So, get excited for all those things. And I think it is going to be very nice weather-wise this Saturday, so it may be a walk-in time for the dear old boy pilot. I'll let Twitch AV handle that, or I guess Stream AV as we're calling him now. It might be Saturday afternoon or early afternoon, morning-ish time. It's gonna be warm, and Pilot might be out there thriving. You might get to see it all live. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thank you for watching.